Hello to all my friends out there. I hope everyone is okay. I hope no one is suffering a lot in the cold weather. It's a very worrisome time. Let me roll up my window. So, out here in California, it's actually pretty warm. So, you guys, I messed up last night. I was trying to ask you guys to pray for the woman who has the channel Freaking Frugal, because she got burned bad in her fireplace. And she's been in the hospital for a week. I don't know her name. You know, it's always Frugal Mommy and Frugal Daddy, so I was a nursing student for years, and I was an EMT, and I was a phlebotomist. And this reminded me of when I was, you know, doing these clinicals, like in an ambulance. I was always such a lightweight. I would pray, please God, no burns. Please God, no dismemberments. Please God, no fetal demise. So you can see I probably wasn't cut out for nursing. And they would say, they would be so nice to me. How would you like to do your ride along in the helicopter? Oh, no, thank you. I have so many funny stories of how inept I was. But I thought, you know, if I was sick or if something happened, I would want a nurse like me who was smart. But smart doesn't always do the trick. I'm here to tell you that. And some might say, well, that's because you're not smart. Well, I beg to differ. So I was trying to tell you guys, please pray for Freaking Frugal, who's been burned, and there's been a lot of fire accidents. And what I did is, once again, I messed up Glenda Sully's name. Yes, I mean, I have done that so many times. Okay, I have to roll the, it's hot here. Glenda, she's the first channel I watch most of the time, and I mess her name up every time. And she was out in the snow, and, you know, like California, I'm going, oh, wow. So, go check out Glenda Sully. You will like that channel. I love it. She's down to earth. She cooks. She seems to have a boyfriend. That's impressive. So, okay. So, I have a couple stories, nursing stories. I was taking this nursing class, and for some damned reason, it was always me. So we were in this nursing home, and one of the nurses sneaks off, and she goes into the ambulance with, it was a paramedic. And so the teacher goes, Rhoda, go find her. And I'm thinking, I ain't gonna find her. We all know where she is. I go to myself, hell no, I ain't gonna. What do you want me to do? What are you doing in there? So that was funny to me. But why me? You got a whole class full of people, but no. And then we were doing these head-to-toe assessments, and so they give me this girl, and I see she has a black eye, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to call attention to the black eye, because they were always looking at us like, are you fit and stuff. So you know what happened to me. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't really want to call attention to the black eye, because most likely her boyfriend hit her in the head and she got a black eye. And it was kind of like a bad, it wasn't like black and blue, but it was like, it wasn't a good looking black eye. So I do the head-to-toe assessment, and I'm thinking, it's just like the ambulance thing. It's, why me? Okay, you guys know she's got a darn black eye. Why me, right? So I turn it in with no mention of the black eye. And so it was the whole class, and the teacher goes, Rhoda? I go, oh, no, to myself. She goes, did you do a thorough head to toe assessment? I go, oh yeah. I'm thinking, oh, and so she goes, well, I want you to take another look. I go, okay. So I look, and she goes, is it complete? And I go, yeah, it's complete. She goes, Rhoda, did you notice she has a black eye? And I go, oh yeah, I see she has, it's not a bad one though. I guess I just didn't notice it. She goes, Rhoda, I want you to ask her, how did you get that black eye? I mean, everyone's like going, how did you get that black eye? I go, how did you get that black eye? And she goes, well, it was rough sex. And I go to the teacher, well, it was rough sex. And she looks at me, I don't believe you. And I'm thinking, I don't either. Why the hell me, okay? This was like the story of my life. So they get me and they go, well, Rhoda, I think you would do well in labor and delivery. And I go, no, I really don't want to do labor and delivery. And they go, why not? I go, well, I really don't like to see small babies suffer, and I really don't want to see a fetal demise. And I really didn't. And so she went down, what about this? I go, no, what about that? And so people were always volunteering to mentor me. And so this one nurse had already volunteered to mentor me, but I didn't want to divulge this to everyone. I thought, it's none of your damn business. So I just got to get through this stupid class, so I can get to where I can get to my goal. I remember one time, I was doing this ambulance. They treated me good too. And she goes, well, Rhoda, you've got to play the game. I go, oh boy. So it finally comes down to, Rhoda, how about psychiatric nurse? And she was a psychiatric nurse, and I knew it was coming, that she might be willing to mentor me. And I go, well, I really don't want to be a psychiatric nurse. She goes, well, why not? I think you would be good. And I'm thinking, what are you trying to say? And I said, well, I'm worried I might suffer some physical injury from, the mentally ill people. And she was just like so disgusted with me. She was just so damn mad. Anyway, so it didn't play out well, and as you all know, I am not a nurse. So sorry, Glenda. I said Brenda. Okay, now, you heard that a craft has landed on Mars, and that one of our American helicopters is flying around Mars and collecting stuff. I don't know how long it took this craft to get to Mars. And so they were very excited, and they said, well, maybe someday, people can get to Mars. And I thought, well, a lot of people say they have been abducted and taken to Mars. 20 years and then 20 years and back, twice. I mean, a significant amount of people claim they have been to Mars. Another thing is we've had very few trips to the moon. I think one, right? So this is why I was very interested in the aliens. And they say that Mars is exactly like Arizona or New Mexico. So anyway, a lot of us think, and I'm one of them, that people have been to Mars, that they've been abducted by grays. And so then what did they find when they got to Mars? They found reptilians, and that these colonies are underground. So a lot of people think that is ridiculous. And the bad thing about the reptilians is they are carnivorous. And some people have claimed that the aliens can get to our planet in 45 minutes. So That's that. Okay, now, last month and this month, I have been extremely cheap. You know that. You have seen me. I've been in my car. Let me tell you, that little tea party tasted damn good. It tasted so good, I'm doing another one tonight. So what I've been doing in my car is I've been like in my car until nighttime, and I bring food. So I have 2 cans of soup. And another thing is I can use this food for random acts of kindness, you know. And I was always telling my son, if you're trying to get blessings, you know, it's like a pay for your kindness. Vitamin D3 to ward off the corona. And then I bought these fruit sticks for 50 cents at Grocery Outlet. I got very mad at them the other day, you know. They were just annoying. And I got some crackers. In fact, I got really mad. I made them refund my money. What the clerk did is he took some people in line behind them, and so I thought, wow, that's rude. So when I went to go get in line, he closed the line, and then I got back in my original line, and then he took 2 men. I go, F you. Anyway, that's what happened. So, but now, you know, we're supposed to be nice to the heroes. Okay, so now I've been extremely cheap. And you may remember last summer that I would actually sweat. You know, I wouldn't turn on the air until I went to bed. And so it's just been cheap. And this last month being really cheap too, you know. And I want to encourage you guys to just like slash your expenses in every possible way now and save up your money and don't spend your stimulus. Okay, all of my life, you know, I was single, and you know, I thought I was suffering all kinds of hardship, but actually I was always preparing for the worst. And let me tell you, a lot of times it did happen. And the way I got through it was I was always prepared. So, you know, I was doing the minimizing thing. And I thought to myself, okay, yeah, I'm thinking about this. Who is better off? A person that has 1 pair of $30 jeans and wears those every day, and when it's time buys another one, or the person that goes to the thrift store and buys 30 pair of brand new jeans for $1, and then if I need money, I sell them for $3. Somebody gets a fabulous deal, and I have $90. Furthermore, I have clothes for 2 years. You know what I mean? And I mean, I have seen this time after time. Okay, yesterday, I'm buying clothes for 2 years, and one of the things I'm buying is shoes, and I bought shoes, $24 shoes at Target for like $8. I will show you. I've got them on today. Mine were getting beat up. Look at these shoes. I have big feet. But the $24 shoes from Target are much better than the cheap shoes at Walmart, although I will be buying. I don't buy used shoes generally. And so I'm buying shoes for 2 years, and if money gets tight, then I don't have to buy any clothes. I mean, there's all approaches. I met up in the shops with all kinds of people, and this lady was telling me she came to this country from India, and a lot of them got very wealthy because they made sure they got themselves and their kids educated, and then they bought motels. And she said, I said to my husband, we can go on like this forever, or we can save some money. And so they actually ate food every other day. I think it'd be much better to eat cheap food and eat every single day. But, you know, it did work, and in time they became very prosperous. They were determined. Now, one word about the stock market. Confidence is high. people are buying stock because, you know, there's this thing out there, well, your dollar is valueless. Oh, really? So what do you buy this Bitcoin with? Your good looks? No, you buy it with dollars. I think it's because of the snowstorms. I went to use my Walmart card and it didn't want to take my Walmart card. Walmart is not one of my favorite cards. I got it originally because you can get cash back and you could buy food. But I'm not really crazy about Walmart. But nonetheless, you know. And so, you know, I have bought some stock, very little, but a little, and a little silver. But if I was to lose all my stock, every last penny of it, it wouldn't do me any damage because I paid so little for it. Like, you know, now that I'm starting to buy, I'm going to start buying a Kroger stock because it's cheap enough I can afford one whole stock. First of all, I don't think Kroger is going down. I think Kroger is going to be fine. The reason I picked Kroger is because Kroger is one of the largest purchasers of beef. And the American people eat a lot of hamburger. I am one of them. So, where are people getting all this money to invest in the stock market? Well, some people are saying it's the stimulus. So I am not investing my stimulus in the stock market. I heard, and I don't know 100%, that Governor Newsom is going to issue $600 to the low-income people of California. California is brutal. It's very, very expensive to live here. I think that's why I'm so cheap, because, you know, you've got to come up with those thousands of dollars every month. I mean, it rolls around the next thing you know. Like this month is 2/3 over. So you might be thinking, oh goody, $600 more. And I'm thinking, oh my God. We have this jobless rate. When I was young, if I had been jobless, I was hysterical all the time when I would lose my jobs, but I was always able to find a job. And so what I've been working on is self-employment. It is not that easy. I did the swap meet and then the corona came along. So, you know, that was closed down, and everything closes a swap meet down. Bad weather. Sometimes out here it is like the desert. It's awful. And so, you know, it was hard to earn money at the swap meet. Then I did eBay, and then the Goodwills and the Salvation Army started selling their own stuff. First of all, this market was created by the small people. I did get some good deals this week. But you have to be very careful because the cost of mailing the stuff is so high, and then there's a high possibility of fraud. I usually do the refunds. I'm pretty liberal with the refunds. So, you know, and it's getting more expensive. I think I mentioned to you guys, if it's $30 to get into the swap meet, that would cost me my nice sleeping bag. So you have to think about that. Am I willing, like in a swap meet, the trick is you have to offer really good deals at a really low price. So am I willing to dispense with this stuff just to get in? Or on eBay, it's 15% taxes, and then it costs you postage. I mailed a purse, and I was lucky I could get it there for $12. So I'm setting up a barter store, which is kind of like the swap meet, but I could dispense with it at direct if I wanted to. So this is another problem with the minimizing. So, you guys, I will be back later with a nice little tea party. I have plans, big plans, and I am going to start doing my tea parties again. And I'm pretty much done with the car stuff, except for the fact that, you know, I'm in my car because I'm being cheap. But I just wanted to know that if I had to evacuate, that I could evacuate and stay in my car. And I've been doing this for about 2 years, and I watch car videos all the time. And I thought, it's like anything else, your approach is going to be different. Well, my approach would be, okay, we're talking about car living. You drive your car to a warm place. That's what you do. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.